Pencils down, tracking you. 3, 2, 1. Come on, close the Chromebook. David, close the Chromebook. Thank you. Good afternoon. 7 man next to make it to celebration tomorrow. Let's go right now. Number 1. Which geographic feature did Rome develop next to? Is it A, Tigris River, B, Nile River, C, Tiber River, or D, the Tiber River? Jason? Tiber River, snap, do you agree? Number 2. What is an Islamic temple called? Is it A, synagogue, B, mosque, C, cathedral, or D, church? Correct answer for me, Kevin.
A.
Anyone that got something different?
B.
What is our correct answer?
B.
B, mosque. If you didn't get it, fix it really quickly. Which event, we're skipping over a short answer, which event happened first?
B.
Second?
C.
Third?
A.
Turn your page, let's go. You got a brand new hustle. I'll take hands. Form of government led by a few wealthy men. Jimmy. Oligarchy. When I snap, say oligarchy.
Oligarchy.
What's our hand signal for oligarchy? Remember, few wealthy landowning men. City and the area around it. Large form of government led by an oppressive ruler. Tamash. Tyranny, thank you. Land surrounded by water on 3 sides. Santana. Thank you. Large group of territories ruled by one leader. Charles. This one was hard. Large group of territories ruled by one leader. Jimmy. Jimmy. Empire. You don't have to fix it really quickly. Muslim place of worship. We just had this one. What was it? Muslim place of worship. Muslim place of worship. Cameron. I know. Muslim place of worship. Cameron. Mosque. Skipping down to our rivers quickly. Moving quickly for today. Number 1.
Nile River.
Civilization.
Egypt.
Number 4.
Yellow River.
Civilization.
China.
Number 2.
Tigris and Euphrates River.
Civilization.
Mesopotamia.
Number 4.
Yellow River.
Civilization.
China.
How do we say it in Chinese?
Hug.
One hug. Go ahead and turn your page. Volunteer to read our aim on the board loud and clear. Loud and clear for me, Paul.
Archaeologists will be able to describe and analyze the organisms of ancient Rome.
The origins. Archaeologists will describe and analyze the origins of ancient Rome. What is an origin? What is another word for origin? Damien.
Like the start of a new beginning?
Yeah, new beginning. So yesterday we learned about a myth in Rome, about how Rome started. There were 2 brothers, Romulus and Remus. What did Romulus eventually do according to that origin myth? Or who was he originally raised by? Who did the myth say he was raised by? Track Christian.
They say he was raised by a wolf.
Raised by wolves. Why on earth would Rome want to say that their founder was raised by wolves? What does that say about ancient Rome? Track Kevion.
Carry on.
Say that they're powerful.
Powerful. What else could it say? Tomash.
Like that they're brave and they're like cold-blooded.
Brave, cold-blooded, perhaps. Angelique.
Strong community.
What's that?
A strong community.
Strong community, perhaps. But we know that myths not necessarily are true. Were there 2 brothers, Romulus and Remus, whose dad was the god Mars?
No.
Today we're going to learn where exactly Rome came from and what civilizations prior to Rome actually influenced them the most. So on the screen you can see up here, we have, as some people pointed out, a gladiator fighting scene. And gladiators are a huge part of ancient Rome. Snap, you've heard of a gladiator before. And so most of us are somewhat familiar. But when I say go, we're going to learn a little bit more about the gladiators to start off with today. When I say go and not before, you will open your Chromebook and then open your browser. And wait on me to open a tab. Your browser should be open. Go. Browser open in 5. And send out this. If you do not have a Chromebook, you may look on someone else's. 4, 3, 2, 1. A browser tab should be opening for you. And go ahead and allocate your Chromebooks for me and track me in 3, 2, Jimbo, 1. In your packet, you have 3 boxes. You have a picture, some old art of a gladiator, and it says, what is one thing you learned about the gladiators? Barry. What is one thing you found interesting about the gladiators? And third, what is one thing you would still like to know? The browser tab I've opened up for you has 10 facts that you probably did not know about gladiators. Take 5 minutes to fill out your questions. Let's go. You may work with someone at your table if you need. I just opened another browser for you. So read through it and fill out your boxes.
4 more than 6. They say that right here, 4 more than 650 years people. People fly to
It started working.
Good.
Do you want to just look off of Sean? Her browser wasn't working and
You
now.
look off into your shot. Oh, good. Thomas says he thought that they were all slaves. They are not. Three more minutes, guys. Start jotting it down. Let's go.
You know what I was talking about? That sentence right there?
Just look on
One thing. So, another person was killed at another person's funeral ceremony.
Sometimes, what does it say?
I mean, they weren't always.
You scroll down to that one. Look right there. That's what it says. Did you know they did fights at funerals? Read about it. Write that down. Good. 2 minutes. Not good. Come on, quickly, write that one out. Let's go. 1 minute, guys. Make sure you have all 3 boxes filled in. Let's go.
What's one thing that people
Let's go. Yeah, listen. 30 seconds. All boxes filled in. Let's go. Who do you think? So, who were these people? Were they the upper classes?
They were like, no, they were like the
fought.
Good.
because like they teach you all these things, like you became trained and all that.
Good. Back to me. Go ahead and close our Chromebooks in 3. All eyes in 2. Should we make sure there's no emergency? 1. Damien, 0. What is the most interesting thing you found? What is the most interesting thing you found? Track, Christian.
One interesting thing.
Louder, I can't hear you.
One interesting thing I found was that some of them showed up as slaves. And
Some of them were slaves, but were they all slaves?
No.
Track, Paul.
Paul.
What I found interesting was that woman also fought in with the
Yeah, raise your hand if you knew that women were gladiators as well. I had no idea until I read that. Track Amari.
Amari.
I can't hear you.
The most interesting thing that I found out was sometimes other people got killed at another person's funeral.
Yeah, I had no idea that sometimes the gladiator fights happen at an upper class person's funeral. Last one, track Jimmy. I can't hear you.
They used to fight for entertainment.
They used to fight for entertainment. What if I told you that today we still have a form of gladiator fights?
What?
We have it in Louisiana, actually, at the Angola Prison Rodeo, where prisoners are forced, or not forced, they volunteer to be in the rodeo, and people pay to go watch them. They get gored by bulls, they get injured, but people pay to go watch, which is very similar to our gladiatorial fights in ancient Rome. They are in jail. We're going to read about that in a little bit. Right now, executioner for me, please. We'll do two separate executioners for me. Let's start with Jimmy. Everyone else track the papers 100%. Here we go. Turn to our reading. Everyone fix our posture, sit up straight. Tracking our pencils. When I snap, say Etruscans.
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 What role did the Etruscans play in Roman history? Based on the legend of the Aeneid, Romulus became the first of 7 kings of Rome, who ruled the city's founding in 753 BCE until 509 BCE. Because of a lack of archaeological evidence from this time period, not much is known about the rule of many of these monarchs. Ooh, what type of government is that then if we see monarch? What type of government did they have if we see monarch? Cameron. Monarchy. What's our hand signal for monarchy? What am I doing? Ooh, what am I doing here?
Putting the crown.
Putting on a crown. So who leads a monarchy?
A king or a queen.
King or a queen. Tracking our papers. During this time, Rome came under the control of the
Etruscans.
Etruscans, another group of people who lived in central Italy in the late 7th century BCE. Like the Romans, the
Etruscans.
had themselves been influenced by the Greeks who had colonized Italy before Rome was founded. Take 1 minute writing your summary. How are the 3 terms Rome, Etruscans, and Greeks related? Jimbo, give a +8 for the best. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Volunteers share out their summary. Loud and clear for everyone to hear. Track Santana.
Santana.
Rome came under control of
Etruscan.
The Etruscans were influenced by Greeks who had colonized before Rome was founded.
Snap, you had something similar. If you heard something that you want to steal, jot it down right now. Picking up for me, please. Loud and clear. Loud and clear, Jason.
That Etruscans made important
Contributions.
contributions to Roman life. Under the Etruscan ruler, the city's marshes were drained and several large temples were built. The Roman
Forum.
Forum, the city's central meeting place, was also expanded during the rule of
Etruscans.
Etruscans. It is likely that the Romans adopted their alphabet,
Numerals.
numerals, and other aspects of art and dress, including the toga from the Etruscans.
Thank you very much. I'm going to reread that sentence because it's incredibly important. It is likely that the Romans adopted their
Alphabet.
numerals and other aspects of art and dress, including the toga. How many of you remember my really bad Halloween costume? My white robe was a toga from the Etruscans. The Etruscans had been influenced by many Greek religious practices, and Roman adopted these practices, as well as many of the deities from both the Greeks and the Etruscans. Take 1 minute at your tables. Tell me, how are the Romans, Greeks, and religious practices related? Jot down your summary quickly. Romans and Greeks traditionally worked together. I don't know. 15 seconds.